have you ever seen an African American whose hair grows that fast, Gretchen?
Have you ever seen an African American with their hair that long?
No.
Gretchen, did you see that, Gretchen? I've never seen an African American. It looked like she might have wanted to default. That was at the tip of her lips. What's good, YouTube? DREADLOCKS here, bringing you guys another video. Yes, today I want to share a wacky video with you guys. I want to show you what not to let people do to you or your locks, okay? Interested in that video? Stay tuned. Per usual, you guys, if you have not done so already, please hit that like and that subscribe button right now. If you have hit that like and that subscribe button already, definitely want to make sure you hit that notification bell to stay notified on all the posts the moment I post. Let's get into this video. You guys, I recently came across this video and I was a little dumbfounded. And I've watched it a couple times, but I really wanted to unpack this with you guys. Okay, I really wanted to break this down because there's a lot of myths and misconceptions, just a lot going on with this video. So I'm gonna be watching it and we're gonna review it together. All right, let's get into it.
It's not braids in there.
No, ma'am.
No, it's all you.
It's all mine.
Oh my God.
They thought I hair don't grow.
And you can tell because these are my ends, like, you know, the little curls there. Those are natural curls. But yeah, all this is mine from the scalp grown.
Oh my goodness. This one?
No.
It's natural.
Really?
She does not have any braids in there. That's all her own hair.
Oh.
Have you ever seen an African American with their hair that long?
No. I wish I had that much hair.
Hoo-wee. The first thing I want to bring to your attention is, why are they touching her hair? Anyone who's been in a corporate environment or an environment where you are the minority, we can all identify with, you know, having people that may or may not be, you know, well-intended coming up to us, wanting to touch our hair or being inquisitive. And in that situation, what you tend to have to be is the person that has to entertain them wanting that knowledge. You can come from two schools of thought. The first school of thought is, hey, leave my hair alone. Don't worry about my hair. Don't be asking about my hair. Let's keep it business. This is where I come to work. Second school of thought, they don't mean any harm. They just don't know. And you know what? I have an opportunity to inform them. Respectfully, I can understand both positions. Ultimately, I think it comes down to your personal preference and your personality. What I will say I have a huge problem with, first and foremost, is the touching, right? Why? You don't know where people's hands have been. Germs, digging in their ass. We're currently dealing with a pretty nasty, germy world. I mean, COVID, all sorts of things going and being spread right now. The fact that someone is gonna take their nasty, dirty hands and put them in my hair, it's just not flying. Also, when it comes to being in a corporate or professional setting, you tend to make a spectacle out of the person with dreadlocks. We already have to deal with the fact that we're minorities. We already have to deal with the fact that 9 times out of 10 been a little bit more difficult to get in this position as people with dreadlocks. So for you to make it the center of attention, it's just not a comfortable space for me. And you can see in the video, the lady, she was, you know, she seemed to be flattered by it. Kind of triggered me a little bit too, because she's like, yes, you know what I'm saying? Yes, my hair does grow. My hair does grow. Yeah, go ahead, touch it, feel it. You could come from that second school of thought. She could come from the school of thought of, you know what? I don't want no problems. You know, maybe she was there for a job interview. Who knows what the setting of the situation was? I didn't get any background information on that, but it was just very problematic for me. Another thing that struck me as pretty problematic when she asked her friend, you know, hey, have you ever seen an African American whose hair grows that fast, Gretchen?
Have you ever seen an African American with their hair that long?
No.
Gretchen, did you see that, Gretchen? I've never seen an African American. It looked like she might have wanted to default. That was at the tip of her lips, right? I have a problem with this because there is a huge misconception, a huge myth that black hair does not grow. I could break this down a little bit as to why this myth exists, but I'd say it comes down to 3 things. 1, shrinkage. 2, access to knowledge about proper hair care. And 3, just the way that the anatomy of our hair is structured. It's curly, it requires oftentimes more detangling. Sometimes that and a few other chemical things that we're not gonna get into can give it a propensity for some breakage at times. Bottom line, Black hair grows. There are several examples of black women, African American women whose hair grows. That this idea that you've never seen an African American woman whose hair is grown, well, how many African American women do you know? What black places do you frequent? Because I guarantee you not on the south side of the city where we at. Where do you frequent to see the blacks? The last thing I really wanted to point out, and I touched on this a little bit, I didn't like that this lady really might have felt compelled to put on a smile for these individuals. You know what I'm saying? That she might have felt compelled to allow them to do that. Reason why I feel like that could be the case is because, for one, there's a lot of phones out. If you go back to the video, she got a phone up. Somebody else in the room whose voice you could hear, it sounds like maybe, you know, a black peer of hers or a friend. I'm assuming, I don't want to falsely assume, but it sounds like a sister had a phone. Like, can y'all believe this shit right here, y'all? Can y'all believe that they are asking if her hair really grows? And I feel like everyone in the room was kind of in on the fact that this is a little bit inappropriate. Even the lady that came to the door, she came to the door like, well, she kind of tried to save face a little bit. She's like, I wish my hair grew like that.
No. I wish I had that much hair.
Saying, try to give a little compliment so you disarm the situation a little bit, just in case secretly, internally, the woman that's actually entertaining y'all is a little pissed off and want to throw hands. It's kind of like she had that energy, like, well, you know, I wish I could grow my hair like that too. Oh my God, yeah. It's just a very, very cringy situation, y'all. And as a person who is working in corporate America, who does have locks, this situation just hits home with me because I do want to empower you guys in some way to speak up for yourself, okay? If you don't feel like it's a safe enough setting, I always want to encourage you to, in a separate channel, come up to your peer, come up to your colleague, even come up to your manager and say, hey, I didn't like when you did this. I would kindly appreciate it if you just didn't do it again. Don't bring any attention to my hair. Let me work, let me do my job, and let's keep it as professional as possible, right? Because I feel like whatever. Do that. I understand we live in a world where there are some ramifications, but if you do it in a way that's not emotional, you do it as respectful as possible, I believe that you can elicit some better results. That's why I believe things like the Crown Act are so important, you guys. It is not currently passed in every single state. There's only about 12 states right now who have passed it. State and local voting is very important, you guys. It's a major key. The more we continue to push these initiatives to include natural hair, the more we can, you know, create environments that are normalizing locks, that are normalizing braids, that are normalizing the aspect of natural hair being able to grow, you know, because this experience is far too real for people. It is very uncomfortable. And, you know, I can only imagine what this woman was going through. It really sucks because in those situations, as a black woman, the label of mad black woman is always a dart that people are ready to throw at you guys. You know what I'm saying? Or even an angry black man. It's always a dart that it seems like people are ready to throw. But I think if we rise above the emotional response that we are just naturally inclined to have and within our right to have, if we rise above that and come with a respectable objection to it, I think that we can make some headway on making more positive environments for us in this workspace. Again, it's not gonna be a solve overnight. One of the solves overnight is gonna be that Crown Act that I mentioned, but this is a terrible situation. Leave a comment in the comment section, you guys, if you've ever had an experience like this. I wanna know about it. What did you do? What were some of the ways that you feel? How do you deal with it? Do you feel like this was wrong? Do you feel like she handled it perfectly? Let me know. I want there to be a great conversation on the video. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's been TP Locks, signing out.
Yo, TP Locks fam, what is going on? You already know it's your boy Backpack Beats. If you like the music on my homie TP's channel, definitely come over to my channel. I got more of these. I'm making beats every week. I'm also DJing every week for the No More Free Beat Show. So definitely make sure you stay tuned in. Got a lot of stuff popping. I appreciate everybody who's been coming from TP's channel as well. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, so I really appreciate y'all for coming through, showing love. It's nothing but a community over here for real. We got the dope vibes. So definitely stay tuned to what we doing on TP's channel. Make sure you stay tuned to what I'm doing on my channel also. And it's gonna be fire, man. Dope beats, dope music, dope vibes. Appreciate y'all. Peace.